G'day, it's Clive Rocksinger here. You know, when it comes to doing these designs, I really don't like liars. And I saw and they do this all the time in the business sector, the global government, the global education system, which was devised by probably a dozen mathematicians and scientists. When they developed the original education system, they wanted us to be able to make money for the rich people but not really know anything. And they lie to the public all the time about what's possible. Now, I read a recent, they're introducing 3D printing here in Australia, and they had a bloke that made a bit for an RC car, and he made it out of PLA, and it had snapped. The only way that you could make it out of PLA would be to make it solid, and that's really advanced. Much more advanced than we are here in Australia. I'd be about as advanced as it would be in the private than the public sector. In the business side of things, yeah, sure, they do things, but they have to have special stuff delivered to them by the government. If they don't have a business, they don't have access to that stuff. I've tried to buy certain music books and they won't sell them to you. I had a mate that was a musician and he had a book on songwriting, and I tried to buy one. It's called I can't remember the name of the book, but they wouldn't sell it to me because I wasn't a musician. And it's the same with engineering. When you're in engineering, you have access to certain things, and when you're not an engineer, you don't have access to them anymore. But what really bugs me about this, there was a guy there who said, I built my first RC car. Oh, you fucking liar. This is a lie. Now, here's an example here. These are a different configuration. On my, on this other unit here, these ones are they're a different colour. I changed the colour here, but what I did was I designed 3 extra ones that were extra close together. Now, I'll give you an idea how many files you're looking at. This was 17, which I believe I numbered wrong. That's them there, right? Now I numbered them wrong and I numbered them 27. And this is the problem that you get to with this stuff. It gets so tangled and complicated. Right, now, those particular ones, they're a left and right. You've got to tell the difference between left and right. See how one's wider? And you see that there, the one on the left is wider than that one. Right, so that's the female, that's the male. Now, on these later ones, I've gone to another stage here, and these ones are more condensed. And what I've done is I've made it so that they overlap one another. And so this is a different configuration, different colour, and colour has everything to do with it because you've got to choose left extruder, right extruder, because I've got a dual head printer. If I pick the wrong one, it's going to print it out of clear instead of green. And obviously these are all colour coordinated. So what I'm doing is I've got a set of terminals for this, but I want to have male and female for both sides. So I've completed this thing, and that's actually working fantastic. It's all nice and contained. It's squashing it all together so it won't come apart. That's just the thing coming out of there, and I just, I butchered something up for that, and I'm quite happy with that. They come up good. Now I've got the output terminals. I want to have a male and a female on both sides, but I want to have a male and a female behind it. It's actually a female in front and a male behind it. But if you have a look at these ones in the earlier file, I think it might have been the start of that one, and this is why I use backups. See how I've overstepped them? See how I've got one higher than the other? And what they do is it condenses them both together and squashes them up. See how these, when you put them in like that, they're too far apart. So I come up with this new design, and see when you start to cross hatch all of these. Now another thing I'm doing now is pinching part of another one. Now which one is it? Test bench gauge, light shade, Where are we? See, I've got to try and find this battery. That's it. Go down directory 3. Right, now that would be... Right. Oh, that's the battery box. Right, that's not it. And this is what you're up against. I mean, this is so complicated. Cold spring bending moment. Battery holder, that might be it. Try this one. Right, we're in the right area here. Now this is that's actually an extra design too. Now what I want to do is I want to use the spring things on these things. On the end of the battery gizmo, on the end of this one, this is for the big battery, they use these things. And I want to use the spring, which uses the spring out of a fuse, and I want to put that on the side, like that. And so it pushes a screw into there rather than me screwing that in. See how it's pushed that apart? And so it'll be the same configuration as that, but I've got to change the bolt holes. Now, all of these have got to be catalogued and keep track of them all, and there's so many of them. All these are just the these are only just recent ones. I've actually come across some recently. Where did I put all them? There was a whole bunch of new ones I found. We're actually in an entirely different directory. And oh, there's just hundreds of them. Oh, it's in Blender, that's right. No, I know where it is. It's in graphics, fixed graphics, Blender only, Blender materials. Oh, hang on, last electronic graphics. And see, this is how difficult it is. Blender only, engineering, drill press, modulus tester, and so this is how difficult it is. Oh, I'm running out of film. I'll have to make a part 2 of this. A lot of rocks are over and out.